What up, gang? Just Chike coming at you with yet another video. No, this isn't my place. I'm currently in the downstairs day room, it's called. It's like a little hangout spot. No one really hangs out here for real, but you know, it's really none of my business. But yeah, this ain't really me. I don't have an Indiana Jones pinball machine in my crib, and I don't have green broken blinds. But the reason I'm down here is because simply it's early morning. My roommate's sleeping, and I feel like this is a good, more spacious area to sit and record. But all that being said, today I want to talk about basically more so like tips for slow bulking, for bulking in general. And the reason I advocate for a slow bulk is because, I mean, it's good if you're not competing in any events because, I mean, well, you have to get big by a deadline. So if you have to get big by a deadline, I mean, maybe this video isn't for you unless that deadline is roughly a couple, like, unless like that deadline's like a more than a few months in the future. Because like this slow bulk is simply like half a pound a week, you know what I mean? But not even just like slow bulk, like simply just building strength. And the reason I say this is because, well, I would find that my weight class, like my weight would roughly stay the same. It would get a little higher. Like I think I jumped from like 190 to like 197. I keep sitting under 200, but I think that's just because with my hectic life of, you know, military and like, I just got back from like a long break doing a bunch of shit. I've simply just been inconsistent. You know, let's call a spade a spade. I've been inconsistent, but still with this methods that I've been doing, like I've actually gained a lot of strength and I've improved so much since when I was like, the rate at which I improved when I started doing this has been extraordinarily faster than the way that I would improve when I was simply just eating the same type of calories and doing what I was doing prior. And that's simply just like, you need to understand, you know, I want to provide like a new perspective. Like you need to understand gaining power and strength and weight and all that shit fitness related is simply based off of a ratio. It's all relative to you. If you're a big bag, right? Mr. Big Bag, you're a big bag and you're 5'7" and you're 220 pounds. Well, you probably need 3,300 calories. You probably need 3,000 some calories just to maintain. You know, me at 3,000 calories, I'm at a surplus. The calories I need to maintain at 6'1", 197, especially someone who's active 5 days a week, is like 2,989 calories. And that's, you can get that off of like this TDEE calculator. Like there's this thing online called a total daily energy expenditure calculator that you can look up. It's really easy. Just type in TDEE in your search bar and you can find out, okay, how many calories do I need based off of how active I am, what's my height and weight, age, what's my sex, and you can go ahead and figure that shit out. But that's the point. Like the point is it's all relative. So what you can do, and this can help if you've been consistent in the gym like I have, unlike I've been with my videos, but what you can do is, okay, I go to the gym X amount of days of the week. Or you can say, I would like to go to the gym X amount of days of the week. Okay, well, how many calories what do I normally eat in a day? Like, how have I been maintaining this strength level? How have I been maintaining this weight class or whatever the fuck that you're trying to build? Well, I normally, I'm a shitbag, so I normally forget about breakfast. And then, you know, I eat like a weird lunch at work of like a mixture of something I get at a restaurant and maybe some vending machine food. And then dinner, I'm too lazy to really cook, but I end up eating some leftover something when I get home anyway. Okay, great. At least you have like a structure. Okay, at least you have like, okay, you know exactly what it is that you eat. Now just eat more. And that's it. Like just eat more. How can you eat more? Well, there's tons of awesome snack variations that you can have. So let me give you my example. I eat 3 meals a day. I eat breakfast at 6, lunch at 11:45. Sometimes it's around 1 p.m. on the weekends, and then I have dinner around 6 o'clock again. Do I count the calories of how much I eat at dinner? No, but all I do is I say, let me get the food groups. Let me get a lot of proteins, grains, vegetables. I make my plate, and all I tell myself is finish your goddamn plate. Finish the damn plate, because normally I wouldn't finish my plate because I'm not a big eater, guys. Like, I force myself to eat. I could honestly do without a whole lot of food for a long time. And that's the reason why I didn't really make much gains. But I'd finish my plate. And then on top of that, after lunch, I would just add like 600 calories worth of snacks, which isn't hard. Like, if you just read the labels on things, you could see like things actually have a good sizable, like they're doable, you know, and that's all it is. Like, my point is, I didn't sit there and say, okay, I need to eat 3,400 calories to bulk so I can gain a pound, 2 pounds a week. And it's just like, first of all, if you're gaining or losing 2 pounds a week, that's considered kind of unhealthy. But the second thing is, like, can you maintain that, and then for how long? Like, if you can, do it. You know, if you can, do it. But like, that's my point. Like, can you consistently keep up that fucking mode of being for how long? Like, how long can you do that? How long can you actually stuff your face with 3,100 calories? Because I can say this is what you need to do, and I can be that motivator guy who's like, yeah, you better fucking do it, or you're a bitch, you're a pussy. And it's just like, okay, I mean, that's unrealistic. And then not only that, but I'm aware that some of you guys watching me may not have even hit puberty yet. Like, that's just occurred to me. You know, some of you guys, and you young guys that want to start bulking, I'm like, fucking hit puberty first. I mean, if you try to do these things and force yourself to eat before you reach a certain age, if you haven't reached the age of 15, 16 and hit puberty, you know, at least get a little peach fuzz or something, I mean, you're gonna stunt your growth. You know, because your hormones react to how it is that you treat your body, and they will designate other materials and other resources to dealing with this surplus of food, and it's probably just gonna end up being lipids, because then it's like, has your body even reached the point when it's produced enough testosterone to basically 10x your muscle building, your protein production, so that you can build and retain muscle? Well, no, hit fucking puberty first, you know? So with that being said, guys, it's all relative. I hope this video is making sense. Like, it's all subjective to what it is that you do. What you can do is simply, okay, this is how much I eat now. Let me eat more. And then when you get to the gym, you push your fucking records. You push yourself. You try and beat your records. I made a video. Try and go for performance-based tracking of what the fuck you're doing in the gym. Stop looking at how big your arms get. Your arms will get demonic. They're gonna get there. All right, your arms will get demonic. I promise you, you're gonna be demon lord, bro. Just wait. But you should focus on how much it is that you're doing. Whether you want to count reps or you want to count weight, it don't matter to me. I like to count reps. I like to count weight because I like to lift heavy shit. I like to lift heavy. That's me. You know, at one point I could do hammer curls like this. You know, I like to do hammer curls like this. You know, no diddy, but I like to do hammer curls like this. At one point I could only do the 50s for maybe like 8. Now I could do probably the 70s for maybe like 8. You know, and that's just how I like to do it. I just focus on the records, and as a result, my arms did get bigger. It's gonna happen. Another thing, before I forget this point, because I know I'm like roughly 9 minutes into the video, eat on a fucking schedule. I mean, you have no idea how much justice a schedule does for you in general. I mean, if you can, me recording in the morning is part of a new schedule that I'm creating. You know, I've been the most productive when I've had a schedule. If you organize your time I mean, Jesus, like there's so much more potential that you have for productivity. You know, productivity isn't simply you choosing to do things that's more productive as you getting shit out of your life that's unproductive. It's more about you getting rid of things more it isn't about you adding things to your day. And when you can create a schedule and structure a schedule, you can then see, okay, these are my essentials. Let me put them there and then get rid of the bullshit and then organize that. Because what can you do at 6 o'clock? I mean, you can do damn near anything. You know, you got an Xbox or a Switch or a PS5. You know, you got TV, you got entertainment, you got porn, you got, I don't know, some of you may have cocaine. I don't know. A lot of y'all have anything that you can do at 6 o'clock. But if you can structure that, which is a structure is simply a, what the hell is a structure? It's a pure defining element of something. And the whole thing about defining things is like, okay, not only is that this is, you figure out what things are based on what they aren't. You know, it's your time is dedicated to this, not that. That's my point. Okay. So when it comes down to eating, you can set a structure of your day. You can set a structure of your time, a schedule, so that you don't miss a meal. Because the more you get into a routine habit of it, the easier it is to just not skip a meal. Because skipping a meal isn't you, oh, I forgot. No, it's you choosing to do something else. You having unorganized time. Then you doing what you're supposed to do, which is being a goddamn big bag, eating them goddamn eggs and hash browns, motherfucker. So, yeah, guys, have a goddamn schedule. Have a schedule for when it is that you eat. And it helps because I'm military. I mean, I have to eat at a certain time. If I don't, I miss breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Those of you guys who aren't military, what can you do? Well, cooking is a fucking hassle. Cooking is a hassle. The reason why cooking is a hassle is because you have to wash dishes. Meal prepping takes an extraordinary amount of time, and sometimes you don't want to spend that time. You don't have it. Well, you do have it, but maybe it's allotted to something else. But then again, it's like, who wants to do that? I don't want to do that. Dishes are a hassle. Cooking is a hassle. Meal prepping is a hassle. All of it's a hassle. I recommend pay for meal subscription services. I cannot. I haven't actually. I'll be honest. I haven't actually tried a meal subscription service. But if I were living like a civilian, if I had my own spot, you know, because it takes me a while in the military to have my own place. If I had my own place and I could go somewhere and like I had my own apartment, you know, what I would do is I would the fucking company Factor Meals or goddamn HelloFresh or whatever the fuck it's called, you know, those places, I would order from them. And the reason why is because you save yourself time. You save yourself time. Is it expensive? Yes, but think about how much your time is worth. How much is your time worth? How much do you make an hour? Okay, I make X amount of time an hour. How much time do you spend cooking your meals? Okay, I spend about maybe 5 hours or 3 hours meal prepping every Sunday. That much time an hour, that's how much money you're wasting by spending time making your meals. You get what I mean? That's how much money you're wasting when you could use that time to transmute it into something more productive. Time for the gym. You know, I built this body at the cost of an hour to an hour and a half a day, 5 days a week. My body cost me that much money, you know, so think about that. It's just like, save your goddamn time. Like, a lot of people make purchases to buy distractions. You should make purchases to buy yourself time. You know, you got a fucking dog at home, that's a piece of shit, and you're single. I mean, if you had the money, instead of using it to pay for Xbox Game Pass and using it to pay for, you know, Tinder Premium, use it to train your damn dog. Take it to a goddamn PetSmart school. I mean, yeah, it's expensive for 1 month, but it's just it's like a purchase of like $200. to have a fully trained dog. You know, do that shit for yourself. You have to do that shit for yourself. Save your time. But yeah, I'm not gonna draw this video on too long. I really hope that this made sense. The things you need to take away from this video: eat in a relative surplus. Eat in a relative surplus. Add like 600 calories worth of snacks to what it is that you normally eat. If you're not at maintenance, you can track your calories using the total daily energy expenditure chart, and you can just get in a slight surplus with the use of snacks. You know, go to Costco or whatever. If making meals is hard, like, eat on a schedule: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have a set schedule. You know, you can use mine: 6 a.m., 12 p.m., 6 p.m. You can use that if you want to. If making meals and stuff is hard, pay for meal subscription services or learn how to cook. Save your money. You know, do what you got to do. But yeah, I hope that was helpful to you. You know, like, comment, subscribe, and just stay consistent, because you know, you want to sit up here and bulk off of some 3,000 to 550 calories a day every day for 3 months. I mean, you can do that if you're crazy. You can. I'm not saying don't go for it, but I'm like, is that sustainable? Like, are you gonna keep it up? I didn't have to do that, and I improved, and you can too. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast, as we say in the military. But with that being said, just Chike signing out. Peace.